Oh, look at that. We're live.
It worked.
It worked. We're only 5 minutes past 7, but it's fine. If
My fault.
Yeah, that's whatever. Usually I'm the late one.
Yeah.
So we want to explain a little bit, Bunny 17 Media. We get, when we go to conventions and book fairs, that kind of thing, we get the same question almost every time. And it's basically, how do I start writing? Every table we're at, we get this question.
Yeah. How do I start writing? How do I get into this?
Right. Where do I begin, basically?
Yeah.
The biggest piece of advice we always give is to carry a notebook with you. And I used to carry these little things, and you can see how small they are. I mean, smaller than your hand.
Yeah.
It's fine for putting in your pocket and making little notes, but if you take a pen, I mean, the pen is bigger than this thing. Yeah. So, when you're writing on it, it's fine for little quick notes here and there, but if you want to do anything heavy, it's very uncomfortable and little. So that's one of the reasons we started making journals. And a few different ones here, like this, a little bigger. Try not to get the reflection off the light there, but about the size of my hand. Yeah. 5x7, still fits in your back pocket, which is nice. Yep. Put in a purse, backpack, whatever, easy to carry. And we just thought it would be nice to tell people you need to have a notebook with you, and then actually have them for people to go through. So that's a big thing. Dalyn had all this artwork that we weren't doing anything with.
Yeah, drawing pictures, and we'll do a sketchbook. We did a sketchbook one, so I guess I could do another one. But really, we're like, where can we put this and make it useful?
Yeah,
not just in a story, but just, hey, you write in it.
Yeah,
just get some ideas together.
So it worked out to use these things, and I also took a bunch of photos. Mm-hmm. His daughter Izzy took a bunch of photos. My daughter, yes, his child. My daughter Casey is not participating in the journal part of things. She's more storyteller and artist. But she is using a journal right now to write a story that she's working on solo. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. I saw an article. It was something about this guy making a bunch of journals, and he was doing these things where he put like a text cover, and say the one I remember is my Stop Smoking Journal. Now it would be one thing if you actually had, clues in there on how to stop smoking or whatever, but it was just blank with this block, like impact font text on the front of it. And they said he's selling a ton of them, but he had thousands of them, and he sold maybe 2 of each per year. And I thought, God, what an amazing waste of time to create something that only 2 were going to be sold, right? So with this stuff, with the artwork, actual nice artwork on it, and it's not just this, it's, here's a picture of a little slug crawling on the sidewalk that it grosses Dalyn out completely, but I love it.
I don't know why it grosses me out so much. But a lot of people buy it. Not just on the journal. I'm like, I think you put it on a t-shirt. I'm like, someone bought that? Come on, man.
And if you look, this is one that I actually use. Daily lists written on there in Sharpie. It's glossy, but you can write on it with a Sharpie, which I encourage because I have. Where's my other one? Here we go. This one we use for Casey and I use for video games. Minecraft notes. Yeah. So we have coordinates of houses and stuff on the inside, and a bunch of other gaming stuff gets written in there. So we actually use these as well. I mean, that's what we did and the advice we were giving people. So we got to that. We got to some sketchbooks that have different things on them. Greg, get out. You're not a part of this. You created nothing. You're on a book.
Yeah,
Greg is on a journal.
He's a star.
But even
Greg the dog.
sketchbooks, blank sketchbooks, and everything has a front page where you can write your name in there and contact info. If you lose it, you don't want to lose this kind of stuff. Yeah. It's important. So that's where this stuff came from. And it's definitely something everybody should have, writer, artist, something you can carry with you. and that's important. So,
yeah, because I know a lot of people like to make notes in their phones, and I know we use our phone. There's just something about a tangible item that you write in.
yeah,
It commits to memory differently. I can't explain it. It just does what it does. It works. So, Greg the dog wants to be part of this too. There he is.
You can get one with this big dumb face on it, and he is fighting this right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna earn your money. You're gonna earn it. You eat for free. You live for free. I paid a lot of money to take you to the vet, and you earn none of it.
You better sell some more journals.
He's furniture. His dog. All right, go somewhere else where you're not bothering us. Go on, go lay down. Pest.
How do you start journaling if you're not sure what to write? From Lindsay. So, just start. Just start writing. I mean, that's the beauty of a journal is just put the pen to paper. There's no right or wrong answer on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, you start. And if you don't like it, turn the page. Do the next one. So, and it's nice. I use it for a lot of lists.
Yeah.
Like you had the list, like ideas list. Like I have books and books upon ideas that I have for different comic books or just different pictures that we talk about drawing. Like, oh man, it would be really cool. We did this Norwegian flag mask. We should do one with a Viking. Like we just have all these ideas that we just constantly write. So maybe you're an extreme couponer, like a super shopper.
Sure.
Like have the journal for that. I mean, what's nice about our journals too is it's actual artists that are working on them. Mm-hmm. So you're helping out an artist, but also helping yourself out as well. Yeah. So there's a little bit of both in it, because sure, you can buy a spiral notebook for 50 cents, $1. Kind of clunky, not real easy to carry around, but it does get the job done. However, I do recommend something like our 5x7s,
yeah,
things like that, or somebody else's. Whatever you want to do.
And even the hardcovers.
Yeah, we do have some hardcovers.
5.5 by 8.5, but that's the smallest size I could make in a hardcover. That's why.
Yeah.
So it's a little bigger, but still, you get that nice crack.
Yeah.
And plenty of room. It's wide ruled pages. I even created the lines myself. Fancy.
Go back to the Norwegian flag mask. Yeah, we've done a few different masks. We did the city of Chicago. Yep.
And we have journals with the Chicago flag on it that are actually selling pretty well right now.
They are doing pretty well, yeah. And then we have
because we are dedicated to our city. I got a big flag hanging in the living room out here.
We have an Arizona flag as well. Mm-hmm. We have a few others, but yeah, the Norwegian flag. I belong to a couple different Norwegian Facebook groups, so it's like, you know what, we should make a flag, and I'll see if they want to. They never approved me for it, but we put them out there, and people have been buying them. And thank you. Yeah, we gave it our own little twist to it, so it's not just ripping off a flag. We kind of gave it a little watercolor look to it, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. But I just want to. I was thinking about that journaling question. Like, how do you start journaling? If it's writing your experiences, your life, like typical journaling, I would say just start with a story you'd tell your friends. Write that down first, and make it as funny or silly or serious or whatever that you need it to be, but something that's easy for you to tell verbally, and then just write it down. And once you get the idea of how to do that, then you can write whatever you need. As far as writing for story, I would say I have a weird way of writing. I know the beginning, I know the ending, and I just kind of have to figure out what's in the middle. And that's how every single thing I've written starts. And I don't know why. And I tend to write little chunks in the middle, and then I connect them all together or rearrange them or however it works. So sometimes I'll just write down a character idea, and then I'll just jot down, okay, this is the name, this is what the character does, this is what they look like, whatever, and get that. Or I'll have a scene in my head, and I'm constantly inspired by music for that. Like a song will go, and then I'll play a scene with it, and I go, oh, okay. And then I create my little titled playlist to go with that. But I'll write it down and just piece it all together later. So that's what I'd say for either one of those questions. So yeah, that answered that one.
Yeah.
So the one thing I did create, because like Dalyn and like Casey, they both write and draw. So I had an idea for something that combined the journal and the sketchbook, and we just call it a sketch journal. Easy enough. Just give you, a plain simple explanation of it. So I put together what I call a creator's notebook. Little inspiration on the front there for you, so you remember, like, just do your work, get it done. With this, I set up alternating pages, so you have your blank and your line pages, so you can sketch on this side, doodle whatever it is, and on this side you got your lines for your notes. So you can set up whatever you need to do. Okay, say I'm writing that character. This is the name, so on, this is what they look like, and you kind of sketch it out next to it and work the details from there. So that's where that comes from. And this one is the only one of the sketch journals. There are many others, but this is the only one that has a little header on the top. I'll get closer for that. But you can see there's a little checkbox for character, plot, verse if you're writing songs or poetry, anything lyrical, that kind of thing. So you have that, you can kind of check and keep organized. And another organizational feature on this is I put in a blank table of contents. So each line shows the 2 pages, page 6, 7, 8, 9, etc., etc. So you can write what's in there. Being an ADHD person myself, and I mean that diagnosed, taken Adderall, prescribed to me, organization is very difficult, and if I can do it, it helps a ton. So I kind of had that in mind when I put this together. And that sits in a lot of my writing as well. Like, how can I make this work for someone like me? So that's where this comes in. But other than that, we just wanted to give you a little heads up on why we're doing what we're doing, help you get started, and you can find all these things. This is the Creator's Notebook, and you can find any of the other covers. I mean, anything from the Fuzzballs to the, let's see, what else do we got here? The Vampire Midnight. I don't remember what this one's called.
Something like that.
Listen, with the photos, I just have to make up names for stuff because I don't remember what pictures I took or what I called it. And actually, did I have this? It's one of these. Oh no, it's yeah, I just put it high. See, the barcode screwed me up because they're on the bottom of the others.
Oh yeah.
So it's on the top of this, and I was like, wait.
And I touched the slug.
Yes. So there you go. But you can find all that stuff. There are links in the Facebook page, Instagram page. All the shops are enabled there, or you can hit the link in our bio, or if you're watching on YouTube, where this will eventually go, then I'll have the link all set up there as well, and you can find all this stuff and much more. So we didn't have any of Izzy's here yet, but
they're coming.
Yeah, they're
coming.
New.
We've sold a bunch of them, but we just don't have them ourselves yet.
Yeah.
And yes, Elvin, this is a really good idea for Ben, because I know he's been working on some stories, and it's a nice. I like that sketch journal. I draw on the margins of my pages that I do, so this is kind of nice. I can just draw on the other side whenever.
Instead of looking like Mad Magazine.
Yeah, it looks like a Mad Mag. Some of my notes, I should post some of them, but I don't want to give away the stories too much. So maybe I'll cover a couple things up and
that's
such.
Why the only thing I showed you was the Minecraft locations.
Yes, right.
Because there's stuff in the other ones that I don't want to share.
I'll tell you all later.
Yeah. But thank you guys for checking in with us and listening. This is the first live video we're doing.
Yeah,
and,
we're really out of our comfort zone here.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is not our thing, but We were convinced otherwise. Thank you, Lindsay.
Mm-hmm. And I did do a live video with Daniel Garza on Put It Together Conversations. We had a nice talk for his 300th episode on Saturday. So look up Put It Together Conversations on YouTube and Facebook, and you can find the video there. And he and I talked for an hour, and we had a good time, as usual.
As per usual.
Yeah. So thank you, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like our page.